Okay, it's not quite 4 o'clock yet. It's Sunday afternoon. Yeah, that's right. It was Saturday when I did the James River. I got to the James River, and I just was dropped off there a little while ago, about 3:30ish. And now I've got a 20. Okay, I've got a 20 mile to US VA 60. I'm headed to. Let's see. But there are 3 bailout points before then, if I need to, and there's a spot after then, about 26 or 27 miles, that if I'm feeling up to it, I might go for. And the shuttle driver can pick me up, Charlie, at any one of those, he said, so it's not a problem. The only problem is me, which is usually the case. And this is a tributary to the James River. The water runs down and into the James River. And unfortunately, it's about 2,600 feet up to the top, which is where I gotta go. So, seeing it's late in the day, I would have gotten out in the morning, but last night ended up being much later than I expected it to. I went out to, after the walk, it was about 6:30 when I got picked up. And I said, you know what, I want to go get something, something that's not in the hospital, or, I want to get a nice meal. So I was just going to Burger King, which is 15-20 minute ride, and figured I'd grab something quick there and a milkshake, and they were closed. On the way there, about a block or two before I got to it, I did notice an Italian restaurant. And if I did all this before, let me know and cut it off. Anyhow, it was slow. So it took a good hour or two to get in and out of there. And if I'd known that, I probably would have just dialed in the map another fast food restaurant somewhere else. But anyhow, by the time I got back, and then I had a conversation with somebody because he was leaving the next day and it was already too late. So I didn't get my shower, and I didn't get a couple other things done, packing for the next day. So I knew I was going to be doing it in the morning. And once I realized it was going to be after 11, by the time I was done, I figured I don't really want to walk in the middle of the heat between 11 and 2. So I started dragging and enjoying myself more. I accepted it and went with it. And so tonight, this is a long way up. There's a shelter or a nice place to camp. I'm not camping in the shelter, but right around it, because they usually have a porta potty, basically, an outhouse, right near the shelter, and I'll be able to use that in the morning, and there might be other campers there. And so that's where I'm headed to. And I'll have some of the, some of the elevation out of the way tonight, and tomorrow I'll be able to stop off. The other thing is, that's the last water spot. There is a gap there of 9 miles after there where there is no water. Literally no water. So if I camp anywhere in between, generally at night I use 1.5 liters between eating and everything you got to do. As where if I stop there, there's water, so I can use all the water I want tonight and then pick up. And I'm doing about 3 miles to the liter. So that's going to be 3 liters at least. I'm going to see if I can carry another pint and fill up before I go, and hopefully that'll last me. So that's the plan for today and tomorrow morning. I may or may not see you again today. So just so you know. And yeah. That's it. That's all I had to say for right now. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay.
So the data is...
It is a little after 1.
One is...
And I'm finally to this spot.
Primary polydipsia. Are you thirsty? What's driving you to drink?
This is pretty far up.
Depending on the
I did, I walked a chunk of it last night, 2 miles in, 500 feet in elevation, and I slept at the shelter there, primarily because it had plenty of water.
It should really be 0.
there was a lot of water.
That's one form of evidence.
And
as we'll talk about in a
I
moment,
filled up
there's
because
some
I know
evidence
the
based
next
on
water spot is 9
medications that
miles.
we've used in
So I
treatment
filled up with 3 liters in the bottles and maybe another liter in the pouch in the dirty water bag. And I'm hoping that gets me all the
I
way.
guess I should have mentioned it a moment ago because I was alluding to it. Yeah, the more I read about
And
this, the
that
more I became
right down there, oh, I
fascinated
should
by
have
the
narrated
topic.
that.
One thing
I
that
think
came
that's
to
the
my
bridge I
mind
crossed the
is,
other day.
okay,
Pretty
maybe
sure.
there's medications that we
And
can use to
part of the river.
interfere with the thirst
And
that we've been talking about.
I am
So I'll
more
ask you,
than
Avi, if you had to
2,500 feet above that now.
prescribe a drug
I'm going to
that
get back
you
over here
probably
out of
prescribed
the
to
sun.
other patients that might help to mitigate some of what we've been talking about, what would you
And
reach
there's a
for?
third trail here. But you just go to the campsite, which is accurate.
So I would think that
Okay.
angiotensin converting enzyme inhibitor would probably be
All right.
the drug you go for.
It's hot.
Either that or an ARB.
Near 90 degrees.
And
Give or take a
both of
couple.
those have actually been tried
And
in patients who have
midday.
excessive thirst.
I was hoping to avoid this,
Particularly, patients
I
who have
didn't get out
excessive
until later.
thirst that's associated with high levels of angiotensin 2.
I
And
don't
the classic
understand
one
why.
is patients with chronic kidney disease. And it works.
I woke up at 5:30.
There's studies showing
So,
that captopril really blunts the
anyhow.
thirst associated with
All right.
high angiotensin 2 levels in CKD.
I was hoping to
But
do
the
the first
literature in primary polydipsia is mixed.
4 hours
and I would say
here
it's far
on the
from
trail
conclusive that
and avoid
these
sunlight.
medications
Oh,
are
here's another lookout
efficacious
spot.
for those patients. Wow, okay, so that was sort of a whirlwind tour through why thirst happens and then why people who are
Oh, and I
experiencing
just
primary
realized
polydipsia are
I have my
still
podcast
thirsty
playing in the
sometimes,
background.
or don't quite
I
have the blunting
apologize.
of that mechanism. But going back
I'm going to
to your
turn
other
you
question
off
from
and
the
not the
beginning,
podcast.
I've
But
been
I want to
wondering
get back
about
in the
this
shade
for like
first.
a week since you
Because
told
it's
us
a
this
little
was
more
going to be the
brutal
topic.
in
Why
the sun.
do I feel less thirsty as soon as I drink
Alrighty.
water if my
Oh, looks like a little
osmolarity
bit of
isn't going to
downhill.
change?
It's been uphill.
Well, right. So
I still have another 1,000 feet to
explanation
go
is that
up
it has a
before I
molecular
start
change, right? So it
down
could
for
be
the rest
that
of
as
10
soon
miles.
as you drink water,
All right, bye-bye.
that water